Well, hello everyone. It is Christy, and I am back with another legal briefing. This time it's from the Justice Department laying out some of the charges against one of the founders of the Epoch Times, or the Epoch Times, however you want to pronounce it. And just as a little bit of background, I'm here on the great internet source, Wikipedia, to give a brief summary. The Epoch Times, or Epoch Times, is a far-right international multi-language newspaper and media company affiliated with the Falun Gong New Religious Movement. Now, I don't need to read this all out, but basically they are big Trump supporters. They also promote conspiracy theories like QAnon, anti-vax BS, and false claims about fraud in the 2020 presidential election. Now, just a few days ago, this month, there were allegations of money laundering leveled at the group's chief financial officer. And that sounds very interesting. There's a lot of corruption around Donald Trump. This seems to be another example. So
United States District Court, Southern District of New York.
A little bit early, off the bump there. I'll turn that down a little bit. That seemed a bit loud. But we're going to have a listen through. It's only 12 pages. It only takes 12 minutes, but I thought it would be an interesting video to have out for those of you who don't want to go find the PDF yourself. I tracked it down online, and we're going to speechify it. So let's go ahead and hold on. There we go. We're going to go ahead and skip down here to the grand jury charges. We'll get into all the details in just a second. So let's go.
2. The grand jury charges overview. 1. From at least in or about 2020.
That's a bit on the fast side. Let's slow that down a little bit. Ooh. Okay, that seems a bit more reasonable. Let's try again. Live television.
From at least in or about 2020 through in or about May 2024, Weidong Guan, aka Bill Guan, the defendant, and others participated in a sprawling transnational scheme to launder at least approximately $67 million of illegally obtained funds, the money laundering scheme. The money laundering scheme benefited a multinational media company headquartered in Manhattan, New York, the media company. Certain entities affiliated with the media company together with the media company, the media entities, and Guan. Weidong Guan, aka Bill Guan, the defendant, was the chief financial officer of the media company and managed, among other teams, the media company's Make Money Online team, the MMO team, which was located in a particular foreign office of the media company, the media company's foreign office. Under Guan's management, members of the MMO team and others used cryptocurrency to knowingly purchase tens of millions of dollars in crime proceeds.
Oops.
The MMO team and other participants in the scheme purchased these crime proceeds at a discount and then transferred those proceeds into bank accounts held by the media entities. 3. Members of the MMO team and other scheme participants moved the crime proceeds into the media entities' accounts through tens of thousands of layered transactions utilizing, among other things, prepaid debit cards and financial accounts that were opened using stolen identification information, including the personal identification information of U.S. residents. Some of the crime proceeds were further transferred into bank and cryptocurrency accounts belonging to Weidong Guan, aka Bill Guan, the defendant. In or about 2020, the money laundering scheme caused tens of millions of illicit dollars to be transferred into the media entities' bank accounts. In fact, that year, the media company's internal financial accounting reflected an increased annual revenue over the previous year of approximately 410%, from approximately $15 million to approximately $62 million. A significant portion of this increase was attributable to the media company's foreign office, including the MMO team, which was managed by Weidong Guan, a.k.a. Bill Guan, the defendant. To conceal the illicit origins, nature, and source of the crime proceeds, Weidong Guan, aka Bill Guan, the defendant, and his company conspirators made false statements about the source of the media entity's increased funds. For example, Guan and his company conspirators made multiple false statements in response to numerous complaints and concerns raised by banks, cryptocurrency companies, and others about the media entity's suspicious financial activity. At times, Guan falsely stated that the increase of funds reflected profit from the work of the media company's foreign office that it had donated to the media entities. At other times, Guan falsely stated that the increase of funds was from customer subscriptions to the media company. And at still other times, Guan falsely stated, including to US banks, that the increase in funds was attributable to increased donations by supporters of the media company.
True.
In truth, and in fact, and as Guan well knew, the unlawful proceeds of the money laundering scheme drove the increase in funds to the media entities' accounts, the defendant and relevant entities and accounts. 6. At all times relevant to this indictment, Weidong Guan, aka Bill Guan, the defendant, served as the chief financial officer of a multinational media company, i.e., the media company that is part of a media conglomerate headquartered in Manhattan, consisting of certain media entities, i.e., the media entities, including the media company. Guan has also served as the secretary of the media entities. Guan has held personal bank accounts with 4 banks, Bank 1, Bank -2, Bank 3, and Bank 4, and collectively, the Banks and various cryptocurrency accounts. Guan resides in New Jersey and works at the media company's offices in Manhattan. 7. Certain of the media entities, including the media company, are headquartered in Manhattan. The media company's foreign office is located in a country other than the United States. The media entities held bank accounts with Bank 1, including at least 2 bank accounts that were opened in Manhattan and used in furtherance of the money laundering scheme.
Naughty.
8,173 account and the 5,397 account. The media entities also held bank accounts with Bank 3 and Bank 4. The banks are each headquartered in the United States, and their deposits are each insured by the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, FDI, the money laundering scheme. 8. Beginning in or about early 2020, individuals affiliated with the media entities, including members of the MMO team, began purchasing tens of thousands of prepaid debit cards below cost on a cryptocurrency platform, The prepaid debit cards were issued by different debit card companies and loaded with US dollars that had been unlawfully obtained through various frauds, that is, the crime proceeds. For example, certain of the prepaid debit cards were loaded with fraudulently procured unemployment insurance benefits obtained using stolen personal identification information of US residents. The crime proceeds were sold on cryptocurrency platform 1 to affiliates of the media company's foreign office at discounted rates of approximately 70 to 80 cents per dollar, and in exchange for cryptocurrency. Once purchased, the crime proceeds were transferred to bank accounts of the media entities' bank accounts, including through multiple layered transactions designed to conceal the unlawful origins of the funds.
Didn't do well.
To execute the money laundering scheme, individuals employed by or affiliated with the media entities, located both in the United States and overseas, use stolen personal identification information to open accounts, including prepaid debit card accounts, cryptocurrency accounts, and bank accounts that were used to transfer the crime proceeds to the media entities' bank accounts. I0. On the media entities' bank accounts, certain of the crime proceeds were further transferred to the personal bank and cryptocurrency accounts of Weidong Guan, aka Bill Guan, the deaf end, and, for example, from in or about April 2020 through in or about January 2021, 7 media entities' bank accounts made approximately 85 transfers, totaling approximately $16.7 million to 1% of Guan's bank accounts. Guan subsequently transferred approximately $5.7 million of those funds from his bank account to his own and other cryptocurrency accounts on a second cryptocurrency platform, Cryptocurrency Platform 2. Guan also transferred approximately $10.9 million of those funds from his bank account to his own and other cryptocurrency accounts with a third cryptocurrency platform, Cryptocurrency Platform 3. Certain of the funds were transferred back to other cryptocurrency accounts with Cryptocurrency Platform 1, likely to purchase additional crime proceeds in continuation of the money laundering scheme. Despite the multi-million-dollar transfers Guan received into his personal and CryptoQ.Rency accounts in 2020 and 2021, Guan did not report this income in his tax filings for the years 2020 or 2021.
That's what they're really mad about. All right, while I'm paused, I'm just going to take it to, we're going to take it down a little bit, still a little bit fast. I love how sometimes Speechify messes up the pronunciation of things. I just find it really funny. Let's continue. And obviously, these are all allegations. Everyone is considered innocent until proven guilty. I will also say that paper crimes, like financial transactions where they can trace things going between accounts, some of the easier crimes to prove, because you don't have to rely on eyewitnesses or any kind of testimony. You just show the receipts. I got the receipts.
Guan and others at the media company received numerous reports and complaints about the Scheme 11, beginning in or about mid-2020, shortly after the money laundering scheme was initiated by the MMO team, which was managed by Weidong Guan, aka Bill Guan, the defendant. Various entities and individuals, including banks, cryptocurrency platforms, and others, repeatedly alerted Guan and others employed by the media company about the suspicious nature of financial transactions involving the media entity's bank accounts that was indicative of fraud and money laundering. At times, Guan, who was aware of the nature and existence of the money law...
Is this engine sound like it's glitching out to you? It sounds like it's glitching out to me. Let's pick. Should we pick Sydney? Let's go with Sydney.
Hi, my name is Sydney. I am an English voice from Australia.
Sure, why not? Let's try you, Sydney. See if you're less glitchy.
The Wittering scheme forwarded certain of those alerts to other employees of the media entities for further inquiry, or without any message. At other times, Gwen responded with false information. In other instances, Gwen does not appear to have responded to or addressed the alerts. For example, in substance and in part, A. On or about June 29th, 2020, Bank 1 contacted Gwen and requested invoices relating to certain transactions involving one of the media entity's bank accounts, the 8173 account, that Bank 1's risk management department identified as suspicious. In response, Gwen falsely represented to Bank 1 that the transactions were all online donations and that the media entities did not keep invoices for donations unless the donor requested an invoice.
Just magic money.
In actuality, and as Gwen was well aware, the transactions were not online donations to the media entities, but rather laundered crime proceeds. After responding to Bank 1, Gwen subsequently emailed an employee of the media entities requesting copies of fraudulent donation notification emails for each of the transactions at issue. B. In or about August 2020, Gwen and others employed by the media company received an email complaint from an individual affiliated with the media entities reporting concerns about money laundering activity in the media company's foreign office. That complaint noted that certain employees of the media company's foreign office were purchasing large quantities of prepaid debit and gift cards online and at discounted rates, and that the purchased US dollars were believed to be stolen funds. C. On or about October 6, 2020, Bank 1 informed GUAN that one of the media entity's bank accounts had been identified as having a suspiciously high chargeback ratio, that is, the percentage of transactions unauthorized by the customer and therefore refunded for fraud that exceeded the industry standard. D. In or about December 2020, Bank 2 contacted Gwen at least twice about two of the media entity's bank accounts, one of which was the 8623 account, because of an increase in the processing volume of those two accounts. In response, Gwen falsely represented to Bank 2, among other things, that the increase in transaction volume was a result of more and more donations from our supporters because more and more people like our media. E. On or about December 23rd, 2020, Gwen received a forwarded message from a prepaid debit card company alerting the media company that he funds being used are stolen or fraudulent funds, which leads us to believe these are all money laundering attempts. F. In or about September 2020,
People knew.
Cryptocurrency platform 2 contacted Guan to inquire about his recent account activity, which involved high transfer values and many transactions with peer-to-peer exchanges, i.e., electronic money transfers made from one person to another through an intermediary that is typically a payment application, that are attractive for money laundering activities. Cryptocurrency platform 2 asked Guan for, among other things, information about the source of funds to purchase cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency platform 2 contacted Guan again in October 2020 and November 2020 about the same topic.
Everybody knew.
But Guan did not respond to cryptocurrency platform 2's emails. G. From in or about August 2021 through August 2022, cryptocurrency platform 3 contacted Guan multiple times, inquiring about the purpose of his account and whether Guan had any proof of the source of his funds. Guan did not respond to cryptocurrency platform 3's emails. H. From in or about September 2021 through in or about October 2021, Guan received over 1,700 automated emails from Bank 2 alerting him that at least one of the media entity's bank accounts was receiving a high volume of transactions per hour from the same IP address, indicating that the transactions were made from the same location, inconsistent with individual subscription payments or donations.
A little bit.
I. From in or about 2020 through in or about 2022, several individuals contacted the media company about fraudulent transactions made in their names that benefited the media company, such as unauthorized deductions from bank accounts or unauthorized purchases, including of debit cards. Guan was forwarded several of these complaints. Guan's false and conflicting statements about the media entity's increase in revenue. 12. During the course of the money laundering scheme, Weidong Guan, aka Bill Guan, the defendant, made multiple false statements about the source of the media entity's increase in funds or purported revenue increase. For example, in substance and in part. A. In or about 2020 and in or about 2021, in response to inquiries and concerns from banks, including Bank I and Bank 2 as set forth above, Guan falsely claimed to Bank I and Bank 2 that the media entity's increased revenue was from donations. B. In or about January 2021, Guan expressed gratitude to employees of the media company's foreign office for the significant increase in revenue in or about 2020. For example, on or about January 7, 2021, Guan emailed employees of the media company's foreign office, including members of the MMO team, which was largely responsible for executing the money laundering scheme for the team's contribution last year, and for making a huge profit and donate all of it to our media group. Guan wished the team a better performance in 2021. C. In or about January 2022, Guan wrote a letter addressed to a congressional office falsely stating that subscriptions constitute the major portion of revenue, and that charitable donations constitute an insignificant portion of the overall revenue. However, in truth and in fact, and as Guan well knew, the money laundering scheme drove the media company's increased revenue in 2020 and 2021. Statutory allegations. Count 1. Conspiracy to commit money laundering. The grand jury further charges. 13. The allegations set forth in paragraphs 1 through 12 are incorporated by reference, as if set forth fully herein. 14. From at least in or about 2020 through at least in or about May 2024, in the Southern District of New York and elsewhere, Weidong Guan, aka Bill Guan, the defendant, and others known and unknown, willfully and knowingly combined, conspired, confederated, and agreed together and with each other to commit money laundering in violation of Title 18, United States Code, Sections 1956A, L, B, I, and 1957A. 15. It was a part and an object of the conspiracy that Weidong Guan, aka Bill Guan, the defendant, and others known and unknown, knowing that the property involved in a financial transaction represented the proceeds of some form of unlawful activity, would and did conduct and attempt to conduct such a financial transaction, which transaction affected interstate and foreign commerce and involved the use of a financial institution which was engaged in, and the activities of which affected interstate and foreign commerce, and which in fact involved the proceeds of specified unlawful activity, to wit, wire fraud, in violation of Title 18, United States Code, Section 1343, knowing that the transaction was designed in whole and in part to conceal and disguise the nature, the location, the source, the ownership, and the control of the proceeds of specified unlawful activity in violation of Title 18, United States Code, Section L956A LBI. 16. It was further a part and an object of the conspiracy that Weidong Guan, aka Bill Guan, the defendant, and others known and unknown, within the United States, knowingly would and did engage and attempt to engage in a monetary transaction, as defined in Title 18, United States Code, Section 1947 FL, in criminally derived property of a value greater than $10,000 that was derived from specified unlawful activity, to wit, wire fraud, in violation of Title 18, United States Code, Section 1343, in violation of Title 18, United States Code, Section 1957A. Title 18, United States Code, Section 1956H. COUNTTWO, bank fraud. The grand jury further charges. 17. The allegations set forth in paragraphs I through 12 are incorporated by reference, as if set forth fully herein. 18. In or about June 2020, in the Southern District of New York and elsewhere, Weidong Guan, aka Bill Guan, the defendant, knowingly executed and attempted to execute a scheme and artifice to obtain monies, funds, credits, assets, securities, and other property owned by and under the custody and control of a financial institution by means of false and fraudulent pretenses, representations, and promises, to wit, Guan made false statements to Bank I, including misrepresentations that certain transactions were donations to one of the media entities when they were not donations, as part of a scheme to keep at least one Bank I account open and to maintain access to the funds in that bank account, including to transfer funds in and out of that account. Title 18, United States Code, Sections 1344(2) and 2. Count 3, bank fraud.
Didn't spell that one out.
The grand jury further charges. 19. The allegations set forth in paragraphs I through 12 are incorporated by reference, as if set forth fully herein. 20. In or about December 2020, in the Southern District of New York and elsewhere, Weidong Guan, aka Bill Guan, the defendant, knowingly executed and attempted to execute a scheme and artifice to obtain monies, funds, credits, assets, securities, and other property owned by and under the custody and control of a financial institution by means of false and fraudulent pretenses, representations, and promises, to wit, Guan made false statements to Bank II, including misrepresentations that certain transactions were donations to the media entities when they were not donations, as part of a scheme to keep at least one Bank II account open and to maintain access to the funds in that bank account, including to transfer funds in and out of that account. Title 18, United States Code, Sections 1344(2) and 2. Forfeiture allegations. 21. As a result of committing the offense alleged in Count 1 of this indictment, Weidong Guan, aka Bill Guan, the defendant, shall forfeit to the United States, pursuant to Title 18, United States Code, Section 982 AL, any and all property, real and personal, involved in said offense,
or any property traceable to such property, including but not limited to a sum of money in United States currency representing the amount of property involved
in said offense. 22. As a result of committing the offenses alleged in Counts 2 and 3 of this indictment, Weidong Guan, aka Bill Guan, the defendant, shall forfeit to the United States, pursuant to Title 18, United States Code, Section 982 A2A, any and all property constituting or derived from proceeds the defendant obtained directly or indirectly as a result of the commission of said offences, including but not limited to a sum of money in United States currency representing the amount of proceeds traceable to the commission of said offences. Substitute assets provision. 23. If any of the above described forfeitable property, as a result of any act or omission of Weidong Guan, aka Bill Guan, the defendant, A, B, C, D, E, cannot be located upon the exercise of due diligence, has been transferred or sold to, or deposited with, a third person, has been placed beyond the jurisdiction of the court, has been substantially diminished in value, or has been commingled with other property which cannot be subdivided without difficulty, It is the intent of the United States, pursuant to Title 21, United States Code, Section 853p, and Title 28, United States Code, Section 246L(c), to seek forfeiture of any other property of the defendant up to the value of the above forfeitable property. Title 18, United States Code, Section 982, Title 21, United States Code, Section 853, and Title 28, United States Code, Section 2461.
Well, there you have it. Honestly, it seems to me like they have him, what's the phrase, dead to rights. It's all a paper trail. Banks are calling, y'all. They're calling, like, we think there's a fraud going on. It's like, no, it's all good, it's all good. Cryptocurrency platforms. Like, we think there's fraud going on. Guys, like, no, just more people love us. He's going to have to give back those millions. He's going to have to turn that in, I think. But we will see. This is the grand jury indictment. He will still have to, well, get an attorney and negotiate. I don't know who is going to be offered a plea deal or what, or if they're going to take this to trial. But that was an interesting read. I have a feeling that Epoch Times will be a little less involved in this election, and they certainly won't be promoting any lies post-election like they did last time, because they're a little tied up with a criminal indictment. Old Bill Guan, or Guan, depending on which voice and accent you're working with. So that was highly entertaining, if I do say so myself. I'm not sure if you found it as entertaining as I did, but you should have at least found it educational and edifying. So that's it. Just a quick one from me. I've been Christy. You've been awesome. Thanks for hanging out with me for the last 26 minutes and 49:51 seconds. And I've been Christy. You've been awesome. We'll see each other again, and have a great day wherever it is, whenever it is that you are.